So you think I came here dressed like this for a family get-together? Well, y'all can go ahead with your little family dinner. Congratulations. Hey, Samore Love Bugs, you have now tuned into my Empire recap. Yes, guys, and depending on when you're seeing this, if it's Thursday, it is my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. And I'm super excited. I am going to be on vacation for the next few days, so no videos, but I don't really have any videos that I had planned on this particular channel anyway, because most of the recaps, I don't have any on the weekends anyway. And Monday would have been the next. I'm not sure if Monday I'll resume my Love and Hip Hop on my other channel. It's to be decided depending on what's happening. And I don't think I'm gonna do Mob Wives and Catfish this week. I'll probably resume next week, but that could change depending, because I still have some energy left. We'll see. So if you don't see it by Thursday morning, then that means I didn't do it. Okay. Yeah, and other than that, yeah, on my other channel, my beauty and fashion channel, I'm definitely going to have some videos there, so be sure to check it out, and they're freaking awesome. And I also have a giveaway running, and I actually have 2 giveaways running right now, so that's pretty exciting. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and get into this recap. So we start off with the past, where Cookie, she was reminiscing about when she was leaving her family, and now it makes it even more clear to us the reason why Hakeem is the way he is, because he was so little. He was like an itty bitty baby at the time, so he doesn't even really remember her, because when you're a baby at that age, you don't remember hardly anything. So that's exactly his struggle and what's going on with him. The other kids, they had knowledge. They was able to remember her leaving and stuff like that, like Jamal and Andre. So they having an after sex chat. I'm talking about Lucius and Cookie. And Cookie says that she's not going to be with him if he's still going to be with Anika. So his plan, he says that he's going to cut her loose and he is ready. And she also says something about she can make him immortal. And he's like, what are you talking about, make me immortal? And then she goes and gives him all her plans of how she wants to do this legacy album. She also wants to do like a documentary on the family and an album with all of their voices on it, kind of like a family album type of thing. And I'm like, girl, don't trust him. Don't be telling him all your ideas, because he might just try to steal your ideas. You seen how he was acting all crazy when you done came back and stuff like that. I wouldn't trust that man. You could tell him you're going to do a little something, but don't give him all from A to Z, the whole blueprint. You know what I'm saying? You got to be more careful. Hakeem and Jamal, they go to church because they want to pray for their father, and they just kind of have like a heart-to-heart, and they plan to work together and do everything correctly and get this album popping between them and these songs going together, because last time it kind of like clashed when they was trying to be on stage together. I mean, ultimately the song that they did together, it came out good, but remember in practice and stuff, it was kind of going south. So Andre, when they had a scene where Hakeem, Jamal, you know, the whole family, they was working on a little album. They were kind of like messing around in the studio. It wasn't nothing too serious. But Andre walked in and he looked pissed. He just gave that face like, you know, like he was just like the outcast. It's like each of them are struggling with their own issues. And that's how families are a lot of times. You know, people do tend to struggle with their own issues, insecurities and things like that. Like Jamal, we know he's had his being gay issue and just not being accepted, especially by his father. And then we have Hakeem, he has the mother issues. And now we have Andre, he just feels like no one loves him or cares about him because he's not talented. He doesn't have the gift of song. Anika, she walks in while Lucius was talking. Oh, before that, let me tell you, Cookie and Lucius, they got down and dirty again in the studio. after she was trying to be strong and say she's not gonna do nothing with him until he take care of the little situation he got going down with Miss Fake Holly Berry over there. But she gave in. They did a little something in the studio. So later on they showed that Anika, she went to some place where well, no, Lucius, he was having like a meeting, and then Anika came in and she just had on like that. You know, that screw face, that face that you already know something ain't right, something about to go down, she's upset, one of those types of faces. So she's just like, we need to talk. When they talk, she tells him, why didn't you tell me that why you have my father committing fraud, approving that you're okay when you have ALS. And he's like, oh, I meant to tell you. She's like, I wonder what else you didn't tell me. Is there anything else? And she's like, how about the fact that you screwed Cookie last night? Got him. And, you know, he gives all the, oh, I'm sorry, you know, I have so much going on. And, you know, I didn't mean to do it. You know, all the little sob stories that people tend to give when they know they done messed up. And they try to find the right words to say in order for you to get back on their team and be cool with them again and allow it to pass. It was just one time. It will not happen again. So she's like, you know what? You have to prove it to me. What you're going to do is marry me tomorrow. And he's like, tomorrow? No bueno. So the next thing is they kind of compromise, and it's going to be next week. And she's like, well, we're going to make an announcement tonight at the white party. And you are going to make sure that everyone knows that we are going to be getting married, and just make sure as well that Cookie is there. So yeah, she's trying to make sure. She wants Cookie to get the point, like, this is for real, we are really getting married. Hakeem, he's doing his thing in the studio, and Cookie, she was trying to like help him out and stuff, and he's just like, why is she telling me this? I don't need her help, type of thing, with the attitude. So Lucius kind of pulls them aside, and he's like, I'm dying. Like, you guys got to get this together, because y'all need to be able to work together. And he gets them to talk and gets Hakeem to say what's really wrong with him. Hakeem says that he feels like she doesn't really care about him as much as she cares about Jamal. And she's like, that's not it. The only thing is that she doesn't really know him. She knows Jamal a little bit better. And yeah, it goes back to that scene where we saw when she was leaving and he was, oh, but a little itty bitty thing in Pampers. So there's no way she could have really known him that well. She knew a lot more about Jamal and how he was hiding stuff and how he was gay and stuff like that. So they talk, and it really looks like they're really starting to come together and really be a family, which I'm happy for, because you could tell she loves him and she cares about him. So actually, it was after this part that Lucius and Cookie had ended up getting freaky and all that stuff. They sing the song, You're So Beautiful. What was it? You're so beautiful. Give the girl a show, or something like that. You know that song that they were singing. I was loving that song. Yes. Hakeem, he doesn't want Camilla to call him mama anymore. He's over the whole mama thing. She was saying something about mama this, and he was like, oh, you know, yeah, you don't have to call me that anymore. We're not doing that. I'm not calling you mama. Nah. You're my girl. That's it. I'm like, oh, Lord. Yeah, he's starting to realize that he doesn't really need her anymore. He had mama issues. He needed an older lady to kind of fill that void and give him the love that he wanted, and now it's probably going to slowly fade away. But he also tells her that he's going to be taking her to the white party, and I'm like, oh gosh. Let's play this game. This is not going to go down too well. Andre, he wants to be the acting CFO of the company. And, oh, there was a scene, I forgot to say, that he was trying to whore off his wife to, like, a geriatric man in a wheelchair. But she threw up in the food, and she was just like, I'm not doing this. So now, Andre, he wants to be the CFO of the company, the acting CFO, if anything was to go down, if anything was to go wrong with his dad. So they're at this board meeting. Quite a few people, they say nay. And Cookie, she's just like, whoa, tough room. And she approves. She's like, yeah, I forgot the guy's name. I keep on forgetting his name. Oh boy, which is, you know, the family member. He's like, yeah. He votes in favor of Andre being the acting CFO. And then the last vote was Lucius Lyons. He was like, no. And it was just like, Andre was just looking at him like, really? I mean, me, myself, and I looked at him like, really? I mean, we know how he wants somebody with the music background to be the acting, well, to be the CFO or to run the empire and everything, but it was just messed up because this guy has done so much for him. He saved him on numerous occasions. He was ready to be his freaking, what is it, his, not accomplice, but he was willing to be the person who says, like, yes, I was there with him. You know, even though he knew nothing of what had went down and that his father had actually killed Bunky. That's the kind of son that he was willing to be, to just take the fall regardless. So, when that happened, eventually, Lucius and Anika were at the white party now. First, Jamal and Cookie were in there, and they were just kind of talking, and he realized that she's kind of getting back with his father, and he's warning her, like, you don't want to love that man. Like, seriously, it's not good at all. So she's just like, you know, she's not really listening. It's like she's listening but not really hearing what he's saying, or she's hearing him talk but she's not really listening. That's what I should say. That's what was happening there. So in walks Anika and Mr. Lyons, you know, like royalty. And everybody's like, oh, Lucius, you know, snapping pictures and all that. And she's like, well, yes, everyone, we're going to be making an announcement tonight. So just make sure that you stay until the end of the night. Luckily, Lucius kind of was like, went to the side with Cookie, and they were able to talk about what exactly was supposed to be going down later on that night. And of course, Cookie was pissed off, so she just stormed away like, you know, like, you just played me. But what she did, I mean, it was something I would probably do, to be honest with you. Like, really? You thought she was going to play me? Well, guess what? Let me tell your fiance a little something, something. So she pulls Anika to the side, and she's like, oh, you know, let me talk to you real quick. And Anika's just like, if you're trying to tell me that she had sex with my husband, well, my fiance, then it's fine. I already know. It's nothing. We're still getting married. And she's like, oh, so he told you about last night in the studio too. And she just looked like so, like she was trying to hold it back, you know, not let her know, like, oh, I'm sweating, oh, I'm sweating. But she was, that time, yeah, she was really like sweating and like fuming and a little bit of everything. Like, wow, he really lied to me. She was like, yeah, he probably told you that he wasn't going to do anything. It was probably after he gave you that speech and all that. Well, yeah, just thought I'd let you know. But you look great though. Okay. So Camilla, she's at the party, the white party, and Cookie gets a glimpse of her, and Cookie approaches them like, who's this? Camilla tries to be nice, a little something in the beginning, but Cookie wasn't having it. You know, she gonna say what she feels. She gonna say what's on her mind. How many people do we know like that? I think we all know a few people like that. I mean, depending on the situation, I could be like that. I'm just saying, like, and depending on who it is, if it's my sister, if it's my son or something else, I'm gonna say what's on my mind. You ain't gonna feel to me. So yeah, we all know somebody who's just like no filter, will say what's on their mind and have no remorse or regrets for what they say. So that's exactly what was going down. And then Camilla tried to say something about, oh, if Hakeem is not at the end of the song, then he's not doing it. And I'm like, since when she become his manager? She will call him the shots like she the boss. Cookie sees right through her. She sees that she's pretty much an opportunistic type of person that's just trying to get ahead and use him. And on her cougar status, that's pretty much what she's doing. She's like, I don't need a man that's half my age. She's like, you know, they was just like going tit for tat and jab for jab. But I was loving Cookie's little lines that she was going, because she was saying it. She was doing it, honey. Jamal, he performs, and he was saying something. He was performing that same song, but he had a little conversation with his dad where his dad had told him that the music is how you tell your story. So he kind of like was like, okay. So then when he performed at the all-white party, he said something about the man's man. He was like, that makes a man of a man of a man. I believe that was the words that he said. That makes a man of a man of a man. Something like that. And I was saying to myself, did the people really get that? But his family member, that guy, he was just like, he came out. Like, everybody was just like, wow, he came out. I'm like, dang, y'all really listening to the lyrics? Okay, a round of applause. Because I know a lot of times these songs be saying all types of foolishness, but everybody be bopping their head. They be talking about, we hate these, we're gonna kill them. You know, like, it be like some ridiculous lyrics, and everybody be bopping their heads, and they're like, yeah, oh, that's my song right there. But yet, they're calling you hoes and sluts, and they're gonna kill you and bash your head in, and, you know, all kind of craziness. But yeah, we be like, yeah. It baffles me sometimes. Like, lately, I've been really like, you know, I can't listen to this stuff. It's just like, I really try to filter what I'm listening to and putting into my ears. Like, for real, for real. But yeah, that's exactly what was happening. Like, he sang it, and everybody knew, like, wow, he just came out. Lucius, oh my gosh, he was so pissed. His facial expression, he was just like there was not a grin, a smile, nothing was on his face as far as, you know, he's okay with this. Nah, he was not okay with this in any way, shape, or form. Lucius, it actually looks like he doesn't like gay people or white people, because he had a little chat with Andre, and Andre was kind of trying to find out like what was going on, what's the reason why he did that to him. And he said that once he saw him bring that white woman into his family, he knew that he was not trying to be a part of the company. And I'm like, wow. He was like, yeah, because he's trying to break up the family that he's built, and he's not going to have it. And I'm just like, wow. So, yeah, he's mad that his wife is white. And I guess that, if anything, she would be taking a portion of the company. I'm still confused by their relationship just a little bit, because at one part, I feel like she's running stuff. But then, like, in other parts, it seems like he's running her. I don't know, unless they like take turns running each other. It's just so weird to me. Andre, he was sitting in the studio like after that all went down, and I was like, yo, is he, because he was just like sitting there, and I'm like, is he about to spit some hot lyrics right now? Is he about to bust it loose and just show his father like, yes, I am talented? Or is he about to sing something and be on some Jamal status type of thing? But nah. All of a sudden, he pulled out a gun and put it to his head, and I'm just like, and then his face, priceless. I mean, I didn't mean to laugh, but it's just like, because he pulled it, but I don't know if there was no bullet in there, or if it didn't go to the right part. You know how you play Russian roulette? I don't know if it was something like that, but thank goodness he didn't kill off himself. And the last like scene that they showed was where Lucius, he was talking to Cookie, and she's like, you know, nothing happened. Look, Jamal came out, and that's it. No one is making a big fuss about this. I don't know why you were acting like that. Everything's okay. And he was like, you know what? The Legacy album is done. I'm not doing it. And he's pretty much like, he's upset. And he feels disrespected. And I'm like, how you feel disrespected that your son is living his life the way that he wants to live it? It's messed up. But that was pretty much the episode. Alright guys, so let me know what you thought about the episode down below. I'm not an Anika fan at all. Cookie's still my fave. And I did an inspired look of hers on my other channel, so be sure to check it out. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.